Jim Houlihan. Number 5 Down to Zero, it's $4.20. From the Eric Musgrove stable, another top jumps trainer. Number 4 St Stephen, the John Wheeler trained and Brett Scott ridden jumper, $5.40. Number 8 River Tough is $8.20. Number 2 Brushkin, $8.30. Number 6 March Past, which went around the other day, it's $12. But Cool Groom is the favourite at $3.80. Down to Zero, second pick. St Stephen is the third pick on the tote for the Grand Annual. Well, on the flat, he was a gun jockey. There they are, going into the barriers now for the running of this year's Grand Annual Steeplechase over the 5,500 metres. Cool Groom is the favourite at $3.60, Down to Zero, $4.30. St Stephen, third pick on the tote. And as I said, the horses will be tired, and probably so will our caller, Greg Miles. Here.
And St Stephen, the rider, took a hold after the start, and Booster Hooves, one of the first out with Miracle Star. But there goes Cool Groom. Cool Groom to the first of their fences, and he met it well in front here. Moved out 2.5 lengths in front of Booster Hooves, followed by Miracle Star. Psycho Craft, and up on the inside of him, Zipper Dipper, 1.5 lengths further back. In the race then came Good as Glimmer, followed by St Stephen. Down to Zero, well, the leader just got into that one a little. Further back is Bruskin, followed by River Tough, and then Summer Bay. And last of all in the race down the straight is March Past. Third of their fences in the lane the first time. Cool Groom measured that a lot better and landed about 3 lengths in front of Booster Hooves, and Down to Zero went wide. Back in the pack, ahead of him is Miracle Star, followed further back by Psycho Craft. Down to Zero now getting to take closer order. Further back in the race then Diamond Bay. They're followed 2 lengths away by Zipper Dipper, Bruskin, and then up on the inside is March Past, followed by River Tough. And last of all in the race going out towards this next fence is Summer Bay. At the Alfred Road fence, and the leader is Cool Groom. Comes to it on the road. Here he comes to it, goes into the paddock, and he jumped it okay, about 3 lengths in front from Booster Hooves. 3/4 further back, Good as Glimmer. 2 lengths then further back, Psycho Craft. They're into Briley. They're followed the outside of it by Zipper Dipper. 3 to Miracle Star, 1.5 lengths Down to Zero. They're followed further back in the race now by St Stephen, then Bruskin. Well back was Summer Bay. Second to last in the race is March Past, and River Tough going up in the centre. Good as Glimmer's taken it up from Cool Groom as they went to the second one into Briley. On the first round, and the leader here is Good as Glimmer by a length in front now from Cool Groom, who reaches back to take the trail. 2 lengths to Booster Hooves. 2 lengths to Zipper Dipper, about 5 to Psycho Craft, and further back Miracle Star, followed by Down to Zero. The third in Briley, over that one they go, and the leader handled it okay. Good as Glimmer about 2 lengths in front now from in second placing over on the inside of him, Cool Groom. 2 lengths to Booster Hooves, 1.5 lengths to Zipper Dipper. As they come to the Cox's Hill double, the one up on top of the hill, over the first, onto the road, over the second, and the Good as Glimmer's handling them well. 3/4 in front, they're into Grandis paddock, and now moving up on the inside of him is Cool Groom. There's not much between these two. They're out into Grandis. Over that, Good as Glimmer landed 3/4 to Cool Groom. 3 to Booster Hooves, 3 lengths further back in the race, and Zipper Dipper. A gap in the race Down to Zero from St Stephen. Here's the road double, the Tozer Road double, and Good as Glimmer cut across the road. He seemed to handle it okay. They're onto that bad patch of the track, and one slipping there, Booster Hooves. Over the top of him there, Zipper Dipper. So 2 of them out over on that section of the track, and Bruskin's lost his rider. Bruskin's out of it also as they measure this next fence, and the leader, Good as Glimmer, comes up to it, jumped it well, about 5 or 6 Cool Groom. Then we've got riderless horses up to third placing. Now goes River Tough. They're followed by St Stephen and Psycho Craft. Further back in the race then Down to Zero, followed on the inside by Miracle Star. A length then further back in the field at the head of the others, March Past, and 2 or 3 last of all the Summer Bay. Good as Glimmer's giving a grand side out in front. Coming up towards this next fence now, and they've almost gone a circuit. Good as Glimmer about 1 length to 2 lengths in front of Cool Groom. We've got riderless horses right across the track there behind these. A couple are running to the outside. Going up the third is River Tough. They've gone over the 16th fence. 17 fences to go. A lap out, and Cool Groom has taken it up. Cool Groom now moved to the lead from Good as Glimmer. Coming to this next one down the lane, and Cool Groom landed nearly a length in front of Good as Glimmer. About 8 lengths further back, River Tough. 3 lengths further back, Down to Zero. 3 lengths further back, Psycho Crafts and Stephen. They're followed by Miracle Star. Then further back in the race would have been March Past and Diamond Bay, all Good as Glimmer. He made a mess of that one down by the winning post with a lap to go. Didn't handle it well, and Cool Groom's just in front from Good as Glimmer, about to have a crack at him again as they complete the fences down the lane. They've got a riderless one behind them, about 10 to 12 lengths further back in the race, then River Tough third. Further back in the event, Down to Zero's gone to fourth as they go to the next fence. Then St Stephen, Psycho Craft, Miracle Star. Well back in the race, then March Past, and 2 lengths last of all, Summer Bay. Back out towards the Alfred fence in the last round, and Good as Glimmer, although he made a mess of one down the straight, he's taken it up again from Cool Groom. Here's the Alfred fence coming up, and Good as Glimmer cut the corner nicely, landed 4 lengths in front from Cool Groom. They're out into Briley for the last lap. They've got about 8 lengths in front from River Tough, going up to third, about 5 lengths behind him, Down to Zero. A long gap then St Stephen. Good as Glimmer out there, and Briley handled it well, about 2 lengths in front of Cool Groom. 6 lengths further back, River Tough. He's running on fairly. 4 lengths behind him. Fourth then is Down to Zero. Good as Glimmer comes to that one. Jumped at about 4 lengths in front still from Cool Groom. 5 lengths in River Tough. 3 to Down to Zero. A long gap St Stephen, followed by Miracle Star, Psycho Craft, and then Summer Bay. They're going up towards the last fence in Briley. Good as Glimmer out in front here. He's got a riderless horse inside him, but he went over that and he's crashed on landing. Good as Glimmer's down. He's out of the race, and Cool Groom's left 3 in front. But here are the challengers, River Tough and Down to Zero. They're coming into it seriously now. 8 lengths behind those, then Miracle Star. Cox's Hill double, and the leader is Cool Groom, 2 lengths in front. Over the first of the double onto the road. He landed 2 in front of River Tough, and on the outside, Down to Zero jumped out wide. 5 lengths Miracle Star, a long gap St Stephen. Here's the one in Granters, and Cool Groom over at 2 in front of River Tough, and Down to Zero. Down to Zero has crashed out there in Granters. Here's the road double down the bottom of the hill. They'll swing a hard right, and Durden takes him over the first here. Cool Groom 2 in front from River Tough. He swung a little wide. River Tough has made ground on him. 4 fences, 900 out, and here comes River Tough. After the leader, Cool Groom. River Tough and Cool Groom, 1,000 to go. 4 fences out. They're 6 or 7 in front now from Miracle Star, making a late rally. 15 to 20 lengths further back, then came St Stephen, but Cool Groom has kicked in again to get 3 lengths in front. 3 fences to go, 800 out. Cool Groom by 3. River Tough is second. 3 lengths Miracle Star running home. Well, he sprawled on landing. Forget the others, only look to be 3 in it now. And Cool Groom, 2 fences out here for Craig Durden, led by 4. River Tough is hard at it. Miracle Star is running on, 600 to go. 2 fences out here in the Grand Annual. Cool Groom comes to the second last, took off early, he's down. Cool Groom has crashed. Now River Tough and Miracle Star are left to battle the race out. 1 fence to get over, last of 33. Cool Groom's out of it, and it's Miracle Star getting up on the inside to hit the lead from River Tough. They're a furlong in front of the third horse now, Psycho Craft. But it's Miracle Star in front in the Grand Annual. 1 fence to go. At the last of 33, he's 2 in front. River Tough is trying to come back, is sticking on. 30 lengths Psycho Craft. Miracle Star to the last. Jumped it well, 1.5 lengths in front. River Tough is rallying. Miracle Star's in front. He's throwing everything at him. He's tired. We're all tired, but Miracle Star kept going. He's 2 in front. And the Grand Annual for the year 2000 goes Miracle Star at the judge by 3 lengths. Second home is River Tough. About 25 lengths away. Third in the race is Psycho Craft. Just coming in now, Summer Bay. Behind him, St Stephen. And that's all there is in the Grand Annual.
Good luck if you got the trifecta. 14 Miracle Star, $69.80 and $8.60. 8 River Tough, $2.60, and 15 Psycho Craft at $40.60.
14 Miracle Star, $48.40 and $7.40. 8 River Tough, $2.20. 15 Psycho Craft, $31.70 for the place. A huge trifecta should be coming up there after the Grand Annual Steeplechase. A spectacular affair as usual there at Warrnambool. National Racing Service, Triple SFM. Let's clear some totes. Wagga race number 5, 738.
Give 5 winners to the Morrissey stable. They have 4 to date, and of course they've got 3 races left today and a few more tomorrow to try and crack the 5 winners over the 3 days. Thank you, Greg. The runners are about to go now as the light is turned on. Racing in the second leg of the extra double. Security Guard looked slow to get going. The others away well, and Northwood Boy, one of the best of them. Borzov is going fast from out wide, and through along the inside, the grey is Abadoo. Driving through also is Pre-Trial to go over and take the front now. They were being followed by Tilba Place. Dr. Bumpers wide. Stately Danes in the middle. Further back on the inside is Federation, and they were being followed by Ruby Bell. Now Lunar Flight is next on the outside, and well back into the field then is Security Guard on the inside of Northern Indies, and they were being followed well back then by Hogan's Hero as they race up along the side, and Lots of Torts about fifth. They come towards the 600, and Pre-Trial is the leader running into the turn. On the outside is Northwood Boy, 3 deep. Borzov is in the middle. They're being followed by Lots of Tort tracking the leaders into the straight, and further back to Abadoo, while Stately Dane is wider out, and Ruby Bell is in behind a lot of horses as they race past the 300. Northwood Boy exploded to the lead. Northwood Boy goes out by more than a length. Borzov on the inside. Lots of Tort is running a bit of a race for a bolter. Down near the inside, Borzov is getting again kicked up to go to the lead. Borzov is clear. On the outside is not trying hard enough at the moment, Northwood Boy, and Borzov has got them beaten. Borzov down along the inside goes through to score. Second home was Northwood Boy. Lots of Tort has run the third. Federation fourth, then Ruby Bell. They were being followed in by Tilba Place, and further back to Stately Dane, Security Guard, Northern Indies. In that group of horses, Dr. Bump, and further back to Abadoo. Pre-Trial led them for home, but knocked up from Hogan's Hero, and one of the last ones across the line is going to be Lunar Flight.
Nick Souquet, the winning rider of Borzov, number 4, $10.80, $3.60. Number 2, Northwood Boy, $1.80. And number 16, Lots of Tort, $5.10. That track starting to chop up a bit at Wagga Wagga. Still 2 to go and an entire meeting tomorrow. Update at Warrnambool. Number 1 in peril is the tote favourite at $3.20. Toy Art, $6.10. Swords Drawn, $9.60. Methodic, $9.80. Arch Fiend, $10. And number 3, Bronze Roulette, is in commission 2 at $11. And one of the pain a few moments ago.
Well, we're still all getting over the win here in the Grand Annual of Miracle Star. Marie Payne's watched the race. I mean, it's some sort of achievement as a jockey, isn't it, to go out there and just push the horse as much as you can for about 7 odd minutes?
I think they earn every penny they get. You know, I wouldn't even contemplate going out there and doing it.
Well, they say they've got to be mad, haven't they, jump jockeys?
Yeah.
Oh, Michael Patton, well done to them in the connections. All right, Bronze Roulette. For getting last start at stall, I guess we can maybe put it down to the rain affected. Has some good city form in the past.
Yeah, he won well at Caulfield, and then he went back. I went to Hamilton and ran well again, and then he went back to Caulfield and ran a super race. Should have finished close and was only beaten 1.9 lengths.
Yeah.
And then last start he went to Stall, and it's a little tight track. It's 1300. They probably went too hard, and it's very hard to make up ground there.
Yeah, I guess the run at Caulfield, I mean, you finished 6th, but it was only 1.9 behind, and there was a group of you all over the line together there.
Yeah, and it was a they didn't run the race at a great speed, and he comes from behind, and he got caught up in a little bit of traffic.
Yep. All right, well, you're drawn a little bit awkward here, but you've got the tendency of getting back anyway, so that doesn't probably come into it too much, but just got to get that sprint home like Majestic Avenue did in the Cup.
That's right. I'd just like to see a little bit more speed than there appears to be on paper, you know, when I get out there.
All right, good luck to you, Marie.
Thanks.
Have a safe trip home.
Thank you.
Okay. Marie Payne joining us. Bronze Roulette is her last ride on the 3-day Warrnambool Cup Carnival.
Thank you, Andrew Bensley there, coming up to this race at Warrnambool on a very spectacular day of racing. Let's check the totes at Townsville. This mammoth program, 11 events, race 9.
Gates are back and they're off and running now. And Methodic down on the inside, away only fairly. Slowly away was Thai Boxer and Alien Fella, 3 lengths last on settling. Away fairly well was Mr. Jack Hammer with Archfiend. Guest Magician also going forward, and Toyota's driving forward the grey with the favourite in peril on the inside, settling down about 5th. By the 1100 metres here, and Mr. Jack Hammer goes to the front, a length Archfiend, Guest Magician up 3rd, a length and a half away, Toyota up on the outside, 3 deep, in peril back in the middle, and on the inside was certainly followed behind them there by Methodic on the inside, and then maybe Regal. Bronze Roulette is caught out there 3 deep, 2 lengths away, Racy Dancer. Back on the inside, Tie Boxer behind those, followed by McFlash, Swords Drawn, 5 lengths, Spirit of Hope. A half away on the inside, Proud Son, and 3 last of all was Alien Fella. Working off the back now, coming down the side inside the 600. Mr. Jackhammer on the inside, just in front from Guest Magician, putting to it. On the outside, 3 deep was Toy Art, making a line of 3, and Bronze Roulette right behind them. Then Arch Fiend on the inside, then came In Peril. The favourite 6 only 2 lengths off the lead, but he is held up. Racy Dancer and Swords Drawn pulls to the outside. Guest Magician the first for home, with Mr. Jackhammer on the inside. Toy Art under pressure. Bronze Roulette moving up to them, and In Peril's got the run now. 200 metres to go. In Peril gets the run. Bronze Roulette, Swords Drawn further out. It's Swords Drawn, Bronze Roulette, and In Peril on the inside. In Peril and Bronze Roulette together. Little between them. In Peril, Bronze Roulette, they hit it. Oh, nothing in it. In Peril or Bronze Roulette. Photo third, Arch Fiend, Racy Dancer, and Swords Drawn. Then Methodic, Spirit of Hope. Further back in the race, certainly, followed by Toy Art weakening. Then came Tie Boxer. In behind those, then we had Alien Fella. Then came Proud Son, Guest Magician, maybe Regal. Well back was McFlash, and back towards the tail was Mr. Jackhammer.
3, Bronze Roulette, 10.20, 3.20, or 1, In Peril, 2.70, 1.50. We stand by for the numbers. Maybe number 1, In Peril, Matthew suggesting. Let's go back to Hawkesbury for South Juniors. Ron Dovesey.
Thanks, Greg. Runners on the track here for race 7. I'm forgiving number 1, Latrice's ordinary last start performance. He looks an absolute treat in the yard. I'm expecting him to bounce back. On previous form, be very hard to beat in a race like this. Old Trafford, recent form's okay. A bit of a query on slow going, but can't fault him at all, this Danehill gelding. Best of the rest, Time Signal's capable of sprinting well fresh, first up from a spell on his home track. And Sakaba, number 6, will be running on strongly at the finish. Summing it up, 1 on top, Latrice. Hardest to beat, 2 Old Trafford. And
880, 270, 7 Northern Music, 610, 104, 8 Patra's Reply, 890, 280, 9.
Metres, and number 5, Fraud, is the favourite at 340 from number 2, Sir Avalanche at 580, The Dark at 590, Zeregal 940. Right, race 7 coming up at Wagga Wagga, the Town Plate, and here's Alan Hull.
Towards the outside for Scott Pollard, and the field are just about set. $3.30 is Fraud, the favourite for the Town Plate. Just about set. Welcome in relays to this main race of the day. LA Chevelle on the inside, Making Fay stood well in the middle of the line. Here's the starter. Light turns to red. They're racing in the Town Plate. Star of Windsor very slow, and Making Fay missed the start. Pyramid Park third last early, and getting away very quickly was Sir Avalanche, and Verdict Declared. Fraud is up on the outside, is second or third early. They were being followed by The Dark, getting into a good position, and 3 wide Zediva. Our Floral Prince is there, and going forward is Sea Causeway. LA Chevelle is on the inside of Zoe Regal. They were being followed by Prince of Rebels and Great Trip, Star of Windsor. Third last on the fences, Making Fay. Pyramid Park is 3 wide, second last, and Abadab's at the rear. Verdict Declared led the field up in the Town Plate to the 800. Racing second on the outside was Sir Avalanche. Fraud is in the box seat third. Fourth, the rail, Our Floral Prince, and 3 wide, The Dark. In between runners there is Zoe Regal, followed by Sea Causeway. The next galloper was Zediva on the outside of Prince of Rebels, and then further back the all gold colours of LA Chevelle. Going wide is Great Trip, and well back in the field Making Fay as they race into the turn. Star of Windsor, Pyramid Park, and Abadab. Around the turn they come in the Town Plate. There are many chances where Sir Avalanche burst up on the outside. Verdict Declared on the fence, and in the centre Fraud, Our Floral Prince, and LA Chevelle. LA Chevelle, the widest runner, is starting to motor as they race to the 200. Verdict Declared on the inside. LA Chevelle might have them out wide. Sir Avalanche in the middle. LA Chevelle out wide. Verdict Declared nearer the inside. LA Chevelle out wide from Verdict Declared. LA Chevelle out wide. Verdict Declared. They hit the line. LA Chevelle. LA Chevelle, I reckon, from Verdict Declared and Making Fay. In behind them, Sir Avalanche, and close up was Star of Windsor, Fraud. They were followed by Prince of Rebels and Our Floral Prince. Further back in the run then came Sea Causeway from Great Trip, Zediva. Well back Pyramid Park, and 2 of the fancied runners finished together at the tail of the field, Zoe Regal and The Dark. Wait for the judges' numbers following the running of the Town Plate. LA Chevelle, number 14. The alcohol will flow freely in the hamlet of Wantabadgery. Number 14, LA Chevelle, ridden by Brian Murphy, is first. LA Chevelle trained at Wantabadgery by Roger Waters. It will not be water they'll consume tonight. Raced by RT and Mrs. MJ Waters, SG and RG Stevenson and DW Watson. A 7-year-old Chestnut Gelding by Tarlac from Tetru Topaz. Trained by Roger Waters and ridden by Brian Murphy. Number 1 has run second. Number 1 was verdict declared a bold bid by John Scorse, Barbara Joseph. Number 2 has run third, Sir Avalanche, ridden by Peter Malin.
There it was. That was the town plate, and LA Cheval, $15.60, $4.10. Verdict declare $4.40, and Sir Avalanche $2.10. And that Cessnock race one, they declared a dead heat between 2 and 3. And now they're starting to go on a line at Warrnambool. Race 8 coming up. Number 4, Kruger King, $7.60. Number 7, Lisdunvana, $7.70. Number 10, Old Blue Eyes, $8.30. Number 12, CC Stad, $9.80. And that's the rest of long odds. After Wagga Wagga, we go to the Gold Coast, the harness.
Jetway on the inside, bounded away fairly. Old Blue Eyes has got some speed with CC Stad, King Camo further out now, and Keltastrophe, the widest runner, and Rocket Tycoon is also moving up. At the 1100 metres they race. Old Blue Eyes on the inside, joined by Rocket Tycoon. Out deep with CC Stad, pushing on, followed by Tartan Affair and Keltastrophe out wide with King Camo. In behind those, Running Game, Jetway on the inside, a length and a half further back, then Tuscan Thunder out deep, followed by Lisdunvana, then came Don Moxie as they work inside the 800. Gagarin behind those with Juggler Vane. Well back in the race there was Kruger King, and they're being followed by West End Girl and Verbosity on the inside last of all. Old Blue Eyes at the 600 is narrowly in front here from Rocket Tycoon and Tuscan Thunder. Keltastrophe is ridden along, followed by CC Stad. Jetway on the inside, and then Lisdunvana further back, King Camo. Kruger King off the track, followed by Running Game, and then came Don Moxie, Gagarin, Juggler Vane well back with West End Girl, Verbosity last of all. 300 metres to go, they straighten up. Old Blue Eyes with Rocket Tycoon on the outside. Jetway right behind them, needs the run with Tartan Affair getting into the clear. It's Tartan Affair, Tuscan Thunder further out. It's Tartan Affair racing up to Old Blue Eyes. Don Moxie, and down the outside, Kruger King, Don Moxie, Tartan Affair. It's Don Moxie, Kruger King coming at it, but Don Moxie's won the last from Kruger King. Third, I think, Tartan Affair just from Jetway. Then Old Blue Eyes with for close up behind them, Tuscan Thunder. They're being followed in by Running Game, then Juggler Vane. Rocket Tycoon just weakening. In behind those, then we had Keltastrophe. Further back in the race, Gagarin. Further back came Verbosity, CC Stad, King Camo behind those, with Lisdunvana. Last of all was West End Girl.
17 Don Moxie, $66 even, and $16.70 for Kruger King, $2.80, maybe $16 for third. That was Tartan Affair at $6.20.
17 Don Moxie, 73.80, 12.40 for Kruger King, 3.10, and we'll stand by for third. The National Racing Service, Triple S FM, Gold Coast race number 7 on the program, and that's coming up shortly. And down the board there for the 7th at the coast, one TD Jowers, $2.
Starter from Gundagai, Mr. Bob Vaughan arches forward, has the button. No sign of a start as yet. He holds the line. Racing now. Away on the last of the day, and Thriller in Manila through the rider. Thriller in Manila came out sideways and flipped the rider straight off. When they got going, one of the first out is Goldstein, and Royal Scepter down near the inside began well. Rovos is showing some pace, goes through to third, and they're being followed by Chantes. The next galloper then is Tiger Country on the inside of Exclusive Forte. Court at Dawn was further back, being followed by Faith in Us and Mr. Perfection. Now Timely News is further back in the field, followed by Make My Day. Second last was Accent, and Thriller in Manila through the rider at the start. Goldstein's jockey has gone for his life out in front by the 900, and he's braving up a break of about 6 lengths on Goldstein. Make it 8 lengths now. Royal Scepter second on the inside. Chantress is third. They were being followed by Rovos with Tiger Country, Exclusive Forte. Further back to Faith in Us, and then on the inside Timely News, followed by Court at Dawn. Mr. Perfection well back in the field with Make My Day and Accent, and the leader is a mile in front. Up to the 600 metre mark. It's hard to get the leader and the others in one sweep of the 1050s. And Goldstein is lonely. He's 15 lengths in front on the corner. In second placing, Royal Scepter. They were being followed further back by Rovos, and then in behind those gallopers came further back in the field Exclusive Forte. Out wide on the track, it's still Goldstein, but he's paddling. Tiger Country, Exclusive Forte, Royal Scepter down near the inside. Accents coming from a mile back. Goldstein is still the leader at the 200 metre mark. Goldstein out wide. Tiger Country down near the inside. Exclusive Forte and Royal Scepter. Accent is swarming home down the outside. It's Goldstein stopping. Getting to the lead in the middle of the track was Exclusive Forte on the rail. Royal Scepter, Tiger Country, Exclusive Forte. Exclusive Forte won the last from Tiger Country, Royal Scepter, Goldstein and Accent. In behind those gallopers, Make My Day from Timely News, Rovos. And further back to Court at Dawn, being followed in by Faith in Us. Well back in the race, Mr. Perfection and Shantess is the last one home, bar one. Thriller in Manila came out of his corner fighting and dumped the rider in the first 50 metres.
Big day for Brian Murphy, the jockey. He rode the Town Plate winner, which was Alain Cheval. And he's ridden that winner, number 10, Exclusive Forte, $9.90 and $3. It's a photo for second and third. G, the Barbara Joseph trained Goldstein, went out with a big lead. We'll have a look at the start of this race, and Thriller in Manila, which is drawn on the outside. You'll see it come out of the outside gate. It jumps, bucks, or half bucks, and just goes sideways. For no apparent reason. And, gee, Travis Creek's had a day. He got dumped off one earlier in the day, Cade, and Thriller in Manila has dumped him at in the last. He wasn't going very quickly, Thriller in Manila, so hopefully a harmless fall. Now, Exclusive Forte won the last from number 17, Tiger Country, and number 12, Goldstein. After having a big lead on the turn, it paddled into third place. Now,
Mr.